Uh, I'm going to put it inside general so you can also download it if you want. So one of the things I first wanted to go over was what I would call the rule of odds, also G. So, so what I want to go over is what I call the rule of odds, also G. So I was taking these pictures right here, and at first they look pretty complicated, don't they? So what I noticed with something the artist was doing in these compositions I took from different artists is often using the rule of G or odd numbers. So when they were placing items around, like the pepperoni on this pizza, it was often done in groups of three. So three here, like three here, three here, three here. And it kind of follows that pattern, as well as items being placed. So we have one item, two items, three, one, two, three, and again one, two, three. It is what the piece does a lot of. This one follows a similar pattern, with the lashes having a circle here, and then the eye within it, which is three, and within that shine in the darkness. So it's following the tree pattern rule. Most of it, everything's being separated into three parts, big, medium, small. Here it's gets a bit more complicated, but still has a roll of odds mostly, with 7 items being placed here. But it has an unevenness to it, with 6 on this side. And I wanted to point out that I believe the reason that is done is what's called Hinomaru composition. So basically, Hinomaru composition is where you take something and on both sides is practically even. As you can see, you got the circle here, she's facing forward, the split, but the two sides are perfectly even. And the thing is why is when you first do that composition, it's pretty, it's simple, it's appealing. The only problem is it can end up looking a bit too amateurish at first. But the way that you can fix that is by taking some part of it and making it asymmetrical. So by having 7 on this side and 6 on this side, as well as 2 different items it ends with, we start to make it look more interesting. And it's done also on the base with 4 things on her cheek here and 3 over here. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, because if you look at something, even though a person might seem perfectly symmetrical, they aren't. So when you use the symmetry tool, sometimes it makes the person look a bit off. And the same theory applies to this, though you usually exaggerate it a bit more. So you make the difference a bit more noticeable. Like if someone's facing forward, there's many different ways you can have the hair slightly asymmetrical. You can have one eyebrow higher than the other as they're making an expression that makes their face slightly uneven. You can raise a hand on one side, just something that makes the face not particularly perfect or the entire piece. And this also works well if you're trying to create a scene and you want to place items and you don't quite know what to do. Use something like the roll of three. So maybe I'll do a box, do some kind of can, and do a smaller box so my big, medium, small in front of it. For this side, I'm going to do some more things. Maybe instead of just going for three, I'll do four to kind of make it a little less even. So I group the three with a four, and now I have a little set of items that I can use for props that kind of look more random, but they're not completely random. So if you need to set up props somewhere, you can find a few things to put around using this. And there. So you can experiment with that when trying to use items and place things inside your environments as well, and not just on your composition piece. It also, like I was showing it in here, works for character designs and making them look more complex. So using this, I tried to follow the same rule by adding a group of three or something over here.